All right, what's up, everybody? Here, since we're on the subject of workbenches, I would go over how mine are set up and kind of some things that I considered as far as efficiency goes and really improving workflow. Okay, so I wanted to start on one side and we'll kind of work through this. On the wall here under the window, I've got my joinery bench. It's set at a really good height for sawing and getting close, work a little bit closer to my face so I can see it. Um, I've got my sawtill here. I've got all my planes at hand. Keep all of my measuring and marking up here on top of the bench. This is a Moxon vise from Benchcrafted, and then my top drawer here has pretty much everything I'm going to need. I've got my bevel edge chisels, my joinery chisels, my fishtails, my trusty gouge, and all my marking gauges and mortising chisels. Down at this end, I've got the HNT Gordon tail vise, and sometimes it's just nice to get like a smaller piece that you're working on up here at face level, and being able to secure it to the bench quickly and easily. So moving over to the Roubo, I spend about 10 hours out here a day, and I have found that I am lazy when I can be, so I sit a lot. Typically, I'll cut like joinery over here, and then I'll bring it down to the Roubo and sit down and work out all the fitment. So yeah, let's move on to the Roubo. Kind of close quarters in here. My shop is only 400 square feet, so I don't have a ton of room to work with. That may be twice as much as you have. So take this as kind of with a grain of salt that it's not going to be right for everyone, but I've spent a lot of time kind of honing in on what works and improving that efficiency of the workflow day to day. Roubo, we've got the Benchcrafted tail vise, the sliding dead man. At some point, I should probably put a chest in here to clean up all this clutter. I've got my holdfasts in the leg here, and then holdfasts on the joinery bench back here. I can just pull those out, stick them in, and hold stuff down to the top of the bench. My mallet hanging here on the side, I can always grab it when I'm sitting here. I've gone through like some different trays and different ways to hold stuff as far as tools go. I know one of the big um, arguing points of a split top Roubo is it's great for holding tools, and it is, but I found that that's just going to that would just get so in my way all the time. So I've tried making, these little tool trays and chests and all different things. I made a little thing that clamped on the side, and I think the way I'm set up right now, I can sit here, I can have my drawer open with all of my chisels handy, and as soon as I want to, not be using these anymore, I can pull these. These are all individual trays that I can pull out. Set them on my work surface next to me. When I'm done with them, I can just put them back in the drawer and get them out of the way. I really like that. I really hate having to move stuff and just trip over myself again and again. And so that again, that's probably not something that applies to everyone, but it's worked really well for me. So with chisels, planes, everything's going to work so much better when it is razor sharp. So there's a lot of ways to set up for sharpening. I've seen the kind of benchtop sharpeners, the stations that you just unfold and unpack and put next to you. Again, I just find that more stuff in my way. This setup all the time is always here, always ready to go, always ready to, spray down and get something sharp and then get on with whatever I was doing. Um, uh, I think as with a bench, it's important that your sharpening station is heavy, sturdy. Mass is the key word there. I've got a reference stone and kind of all my honing guides, honing compound, random stuff like blocks for getting gouges honed, and then lubrication, rust prevention down at the bottom. But I really like this setup. It's worked great. I can just grab something, bring it to this surface, sharpen it, or if I'm working over here on the Roubo, I can just turn around, hit it on the stones real quick and get back to work. That's been just great for me. And then let's see. So as far as the Roubo goes, again, hold fast here up front. I've got some shelves for stuff between the legs, mallet ready and handy. And then this is kind of my joinery mount, these Wood is Good company. I love these. Someday I'll buy an actual nice stabilized solid wood one, but for now this has been great. And I keep all my bench hooks under here, so I've got my little shooting board and it drops right into the tail vise. Since I have two tail vices, I make all my bench hooks to clamp there instead of my leg vise. I find that I use my leg vise quite a bit more for random things. And then little covers for whatever I'm working on to protect it from the hold fast. I keep about half my bench dog or my dog holes full, and I spend some time swapping them around to accommodate for hold fast. See, I've got a miter bench hook here for shooting miters, and then some random things that hold chisels. Again, I don't usually use that. This actually came out of this tray, and I just like being able to quickly get stuff out of my way. Doe's foot, at some point I'm going to put dog holes on the far side of my bench. You can use a doe's foot in combination with a bench hook or a planing stop in the bench top. And then depending on what I'm working on, it's kind of handy. I screw all my jigs together. And this is just kind of like my hardware. This is left over from the last project, but just kind of all my hardware in one tray. So that's all in one spot. And I know if I need to go for a screw or whatever, it's kind of all there where I remember putting it instead of scattered everywhere. And that's kind of my office. It's been working really well. I know we all kind of shuffle through and find different, layouts and find what works for us. I'm sure this won't work for everybody, but it's been a very efficient way for me to get things done in the shop. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.